they've more than earned their way back after losing a good portion of their team last year. Runners at first and second, one out, and that's in there for strike one. Chatsworth and the Owen Sound area in general tends to be a bit of a hotbed for fast pitch softball. 0-1 pitch on the way. Fouled off, 0-2.
Up on the other diamond, Ryan, we've got the St. George Aces from Ontario, and they're playing the Brookfield Elks from Nova Scotia. So they just got underway up there as well.
That's up and in for ball one. Dufour trying to work himself out of a bit of a jam here in the top of the first. Gets his second strikeout of the inning. That'll help. 2 away. That brings up the starting pitcher for Chatsworth, Hunter McComb. Curveball's in there for strike one. Believe we have a 2-out catcher change here. That's going to be pulled foul by McComb. So Jackson Woods replaced Eccles on the base paths. Holmes is at first, and McComb is in an 0-2 hole with Dufour trying to get out of this, just giving up the one. And he does. Little confusion there on the catcher's part. Strike three swinging, drop ball. Bases were occupied, or the first base was occupied, but because there are 2 away, you still need to throw the runner out. And Giesbrecht wasn't quite sure where to go with that ball. So instead of being out of a jam, bases are loaded. Finley Johnston at the dish, and that misses inside for ball one. Swing and a miss.
Dufour's got some decent lefty movement on the ball there, Ryan. And
he's using that curve effectively so far. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fouled off. So Dufour back once again in a favorable count, looking to get his team out of a jam here. Only give up the 1 run in the top of the first. Pitch is on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and he does just that.
That's the rare 4 strikeout inning there, Ryan.
That's right, it is. So 1 run on, what do we have, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and an error, as Chatsworth takes a 1-0 lead through the top of the first.
After the top of the first inning, the Chatsworth Longhorns scored a run on 3 hits. effort they put in to make these diamonds look so fantastic.
And we are back, apparently live now. Welcome to those following along. Valley Vikings up here in the bottom of the first. Scott Giesbrick, Lachlan Dufour, and Cody Karen, Cody Karen, I was told, to get things started. First pitch strike for Macomb. That goes over Giesbrick's head. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's pulled foul down the third baseline. I'd say also, Adam, the rare leadoff catcher.
See it sometimes. I don't see it on your team, Ryan, but
no, you wouldn't.
Giesbrick's gonna change things up.
See if he can get things started for his team. 1-2 pitch on the way. Stays alive. His coach did confirm between innings that play that we discussed with the umpiring crew, that on the dropped third strike with 2 outs, you still need to throw the runner out at first. Another 1-2 pitch on the way. That is up for ball 2.
Peach of a day here, Ryan, considering the ugly weather we had on the weekend. It's great to see the softball gods smiling on Carp.
That one's pushed out to left. Diving attempt. Not caught.
And this is why he's the leadoff.
There you go. Giesbrick uses his speed with a leadoff triple here in the bottom of the first. Going to be a typical muggy Valley day. I believe the high is 28 with a humidex of 35 later on this afternoon. So pitcher Lachlan Dufour up. So he looks at strike 1. Giesbrick on third after his leadoff triple. Dufour swings through that for strike 2. We're going to have our first conversation maybe about staying in the chute.
Likely. It appears that he might be coming out a little bit, and the plate ump's just making sure that he doesn't get outside of that 24-inch chute that you're required to stay within.
One-two pitch on the way. That misses up. Pushes the count to 2-2. Something we discuss every time, Adam, is some of these kids will play senior men's ball and then have to come back to junior and stay in that shoot when they're allowed outside the shoot.
Softball Canada certainly does emphasize that rule at our national championships based on past history.
That's sliced foul down the first base line. Another 2-2 pitch on the way here to Dufour. Change up. Oh, and Giesbrick's going to find himself in a rundown as he is tagged out at home. And smartly advancing to second was Dufour. Tough one on Giesbrick, who was running on the throw to first, but it was bobbled, and he found himself in a bit of a pickle.
It's almost an unfortunate.
I don't know, how'd you score that, Adam? 6-5?
6-5, 2-6-3.
Okay.
We'd have to check the monitor and review the
Yeah.
replay on that. But
So one away, and Dufour on second with Cody Caron, the right fielder, at the dish.
it was almost an unfortunate bobble there because when the runner assumed he was throwing it to first, I believe, and then the bobble happened, and he didn't have time to
That was
make
an
the play first and got the guy at home in the rundown. Called an illegal pitch there, Ryan.
He did, yes, so pushes the count to 1-1. Combs going to have to make that adjustment. He's been warned once.
Looks like Hunter's dad, Dan McCombs, coming out. He's the head coach of the Chatsworth Longhorns to discuss with his pitcher and or the officials about what transpired there to result in the illegal pitch. I'd suggest, based on the arm motions of the plate umpire, Marc-Andre Savard, he's indicating outside the chute, Ryan.
Yes, and because of the illegal pitch, Dufour advances to third. We do not have the lines for the shoot, but I would say looking at the landing spots from the booth here behind home plate, Macomb is very much outside of that. Something we have seen in the past where the pitchers then have a tough time making that adjustment, Adam.
Yeah, you develop a certain style of pitching, a certain way of coming off the slab, and if that routine or habit needs to change to conform to a rule emphasis, it certainly can be difficult on pitchers to adapt. It takes a lot of stick-to-itiveness to make that happen.
That's up, 2-1. As a dabbling amateur batting practice pitcher, Adam, I've never had this issue, but certainly an adjustment that has to be made once you get here. 2-1 pitch on the way, in there for strike two. Cody Caron looking to cash that runner from third. 2-2 pitch on the way from Macomb. That's fouled off to stay alive. Biggest adjustment I'd say is Macomb's just pushed himself to the far side of the rubber. 2-2 pitch on the way. Change up. Pushed. Liner to short. Diving back into third was Dufour. Cody Caron will go run for Dufour at third with the two-out pitcher. Cleanup hitter Owen Young looking to catch that runner and even things up here in the bottom of the first. That is fouled down the first baseline. Strike one. McComb effectively using that changeup so far here in the first. That one slice foul down the third baseline. O2 pitch on the way to Young. He is going to pull that into the hole on the right side, and second baseman got a glove on it when he scooped it to run to first. Popped out of his glove, and that'll catch the runner from third.
I think his only play on that, Ryan, would have been the second baseman, Willis, taking it himself and getting to first. Just couldn't quite handle the ball there to make the play.
So Young's at first. The Vikings have tied it up. And Jackson McIver looking to keep things going here.
Looks like the official scorer marked that down as a single, Ryan. A difficult play. We'll trust their judgment.
Good change up there from McComb. 0-2 is the count.
So that illegal pitch cost them there, Ryan. Without that illegal pitch, you'd probably be looking at Caron, who is running for Dufour at third.
Strike three on the inside corner. So as you said, that illegal pitch moved the runner to third, and they were able to cash him and tie things up here through one complete. Again, there's that curveball at him in there for a strike.
It's been pretty effective for him so far.
We're lucky sitting back here, we can see the bend on it, and it's certainly breaking. That one misses outside. You can see Dufour, he's pretty straight on. As that one is in there for a swing, strike two. That's fouled off by Willis to stay alive. 2-2 pitch on the way. Hit to short, on to first, and dropped. As what should have been one away will go down as an E3, I believe. Does in our scorebook.
It was nicely fielded there by Soren Day, but just got away from the first baseman, Turner Funk. The Valley Vikings coach was telling me before the game, Ryan, that their players are from across different towns and villages in the province. And I guess they had a little bit of travel challenges getting here to the eastern part of Ontario with WestJet flight disruptions and so on. But they all made it here. They've got a short bench. They've only got 11 guys on their lineup card, so I would assume everybody on the Valley Vikings roster is going to get plenty of playing time.
Watson, for the second time in a row, does not get the bunt down, but Willis stole second on the play anyhow. Looks like the second baseman asked a question. I think the question was, on the square in the foul tip, if the catcher catches it, it is a live ball, the same as the regular strike,
Sure is.
and a runner can go. So 0-2 pitch on the way from Dufour. And that's fouled off by Watson to stay alive.
Top of the second inning, and a couple of quirky things already that happened. Drop third strike with 2 outs and first occupied, and a foul tip pitch on which someone stole. Both rules that every softball player should know, Ryan.
That changeup is down. Giesbrecht unable to keep it in front of him, and Willis finds himself at third. 1-2 pitch on the way from Dufour. Strike 3. As Watson swings through that. He's the first out of the inning, and Keaton Bartlett is back up for Chatsworth. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. That misses up for ball 1. In fairness, so did 3 other Chatsworth players in the top of the first. Pitch on the way, squares, and that is popped up to Giesbrecht for the second out. Bartlett knew it right away as soon as he got the bat on it.
Chatsworth trying to take advantage of that error on the first ground ball of the inning, and Dufour trying to close the door.
Bree Thompson had a single in the first, stole second, came around to score on the single by Eccles. Giesbrecht does a good job of that, of keeping that story in front of him. Two-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. That one is skied down the first base line. Ooh. And somehow caught by the second baseman, Jackson McIver.
I think a little bit of confusion there, Ryan, on who was going to take that, but
I think McIver thought that Turner Funk was going to take it, but he lost it in the sun and
goes down in our book as a P4, and no one will know any different.
There you go. Mason Ambrose. He'll be followed by Soren Day and Hunter Hubbard. Valley Vikings escaped a bit of a jam with a runner on third and nobody out. So McComb sails that one high for ball one.
Perfect day for softball. And you and I really do have the best seats in the house here.
Behind home plate and shaded. A little bit of a breeze, but not much today. That's fouled off for strike one. Flags in right field are moving a little bit. That's in there for strike two. 2-2 pitch on the way to Ambrose. And that is going to be pushed back up the middle. Great play by Short, but not in time. Great play there by Reed Thompson to get to that ball at him.
Agreed, just even to have a chance to make a play on that was really displayed some athleticism there by Thompson.
Throwing across his body, but just not in time to get the speedy Mason Ambrose. So leadoff hitter aboard, Soren Day at the dish, his first at bat of the day. And unable to get the bunt down on the first pitch. Gets the sign from the third base coach. Surprised if he squares again, but he doesn't. Swings through it. Snap throw down to first, and Ambrose is back in time. Two strikes on Day. Combe delivers, and that misses up for ball one.
So with 8 teams, Ryan, every team plays every other team. It's 7 games in the round robin, two on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, 2 on Thursday, then a single on Friday before the playoff round begins Saturday with the finals, semifinals, and finals on Sunday. So a full pack schedule here at the Carp Fairgrounds.
Majority of those games will be played here on Diamond 1 with a sprinkling, we'll say, of games on Diamond 2 throughout the week. 3 games there today, I believe. That misses. Throw back down to first. 3 games there today, I believe, Adam.
Check my trusty program. You are correct. There's a game going on right now, a game at 6:15 and a game at 8:30.
I believe it's the Day goes down swinging. I believe it's 3 games a day on Diamond 2 today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And that'll wrap up the games on Diamond 2 with all games taking place here on Diamond 1 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Runner goes. Ambrose is in there. On the stolen base. Probably could have gone to third and gotten away with it. Looked like there was an interference call made by the third base umpire, Holt Robinson. So 1 away, runner on second. McComb misses with that. That's in there for a strike. Hubbard's first at bat of the day, playing center field for the Valley Vikings. And that catches the outside corner for strike 3.
Next to play for the Vikings, number 10, on first base, Turner Funk.
Brings up first baseman Turner Funk. He swings at the first pitch. Fouls it back off the screen.
Three Ks for McComb so far in the game.
Looking to get another one if he can and get out of this runner on second situation as he drops a nice changeup in there for a second strike. O2 pitch on the way. That sails high off the post and back to McComb. Funk is in a 1-2 hole here. 2 away, runner on third. Combe with the pitch, and that is going to be pushed to third, on to first, and will end the threat. Through 2 complete, we are tied at 1 apiece. By Gavin Eccles for a solo shot to get things started, leading off the top of the third.
A well-struck softball to left center field. I believe that might have made it onto diamond 2, Ryan.
Next to play for the Longhorns, we have number 27, on first base, Caden Holmes.
Not particularly deep fields here in Carp, 240 to center, 230 to the corners. But that, I would suggest, would be a home run in any field.
I agree. Conversation taking place here with the third base umpire. I believe a ball had maybe come onto the field. No one had seen it, and dead ball was not called. I'm not sure if that was the conversation that was taking place. Nonetheless, Chatsworth takes a 2-1 lead here in the top of the third on that Eccles home run.
2 for 2 now, and he's got both RBIs for Chatsworth Longhorns.
Holmes also looking to go 2 for 2 here and get on the base paths for Woods and McComb, who are due up following him. Dufour with the pitch. That is in there for strike 3 looking.
Next to the plate for the Longhorns, we have number 16, the designated player, Jackson Woods.
6 strikeouts through.
7 outs. That's what I was just looking at. The same thing, Adam.
Yeah, not too bad showing so far for Dufour.
Brings up Jackson Woods, who was a strikeout victim in the first. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Ryan, I see coaching first for the Chatsworth Longhorns is Nick Ford. And the first year that we held a Canadian championship here in Carp, Nick was a pitcher for the Alvinston Aces. It's great to see him back in a coaching capacity now after pitching at the under 23 level, now giving back as a coach to help these U20 kids.
Always important to try and give back and keep growing the game. Something the committee is certainly trying to do here in the Ottawa and Carp area.
Longhorns, number 19, the pitcher, Hunter McComb.
Yeah, further to that, Ryan, for people listening to the live stream that aren't familiar with Carp, I can't believe there could be people not familiar with Carp, but Carp's a village in the western part of the city of Ottawa, the amalgamated city of Ottawa, and the former township of West Carleton. So if you see references to West Carleton, that's our former municipality, now part of the nation's capital. We're about 45 kilometers plus or minus to Parliament Hill from here. It's an agricultural, small village type community just in the shadow of the city of Ottawa.
As you said earlier, third time hosting a Canadian championship here at the Carp Diamonds. And Dufour looking to get McComb out and end this inning as he skips one in there for a ball. That is a swing. I thought I would check that one. Pretty close.
Most of the teams, Ryan, from my understanding, are staying in Canada, just about 15 minutes or so east of here, not too far from where the Ottawa Senators play in the National Hockey League. So we don't have a lot in the way of accommodations here in Carp.
Combe flares that. And we'll be in there with a single. No, aside from maybe renting an Airbnb, no accommodations here available in Carp. Unless you had a trailer.
That's a good try there by the courtesy runner for the
Yes.
pitcher.
Tried to go to second.
After McComb hit a single, Woods tried to get a second base there, but the umpires were right on that.
Worth a try. Wouldn't be surprised to see him going here on the first pitch. He was not, but dropped by Giesbrecht, and he will scamper down to second. Oh, one pitch on the way. That is up for ball one. 1-1 pitch on the way from Dufour, and that is swung through for strike 2. So Dufour looking to get his 8th strikeout through 3 innings. Get his team on the sticks. And that will be pulled to first. As that got through the wickets on Funk at first base.
Next to play for Longhorns, number 13, playing second base, Logan Willis.
And Johnston is in there on the second E3 of the game. That'll bring up Logan Willis. That misses for ball 1. So Jackson Woods, running for Hunter McComb is on third. Finley Johnson on first. 2 away. 1-0 pitch. That misses for ball 2. Lachlan Dufour trying to get out of this jam here. That's fouled off for strike 1.
That new netting that the local committee invested in, quite helpful there. Otherwise, that would have ended up on Juanita Avenue.
Two-one pitch on the way. That push to second. McIver on to Funk. And that'll retire the side.
So there's only the 1 run on the Eccles solo shot. 2 hits total for Chatsworth in the top of the third, and they lead 2-1 going into the bottom of 3.
There is 1 error and 2 runners left on base.
Talking about leadoff catchers, and he stroked a leadoff triple to the gap in the first inning. Swung through for strike 1.
McComas pitched well here through the first 2 innings. Seems to have figured out staying inside the chute and now is more comfortable.
He's been mixing in a lot of off speed and seemed to be doing it well.
That's in there on the outside corner for strike 2. 3-2 pitch on the way from Macomb to Giesbrecht. That'll be pulled down the third base on the 1, and he is retired.
Next to the plate for the Vikings, number 24, the pitcher, Lachlan Dufour.
That'll bring Dufour to the plate.
He reached on the fielder's choice when Giesbrecht was thrown out at home plate in that rundown.
That's correct. I was reading our scorebook trying to remember. I think the plan was to get an RBI on that, but as Zach Dobson was trying to make the throw, he bobbled it and caught Giesbrecht in a rundown. Dufour swings through that for strike 2. That's in the dirt. The 3-1 pitch on the way to Dufour, and that'll miss low for ball 4.
Next to the plate for the Vikings, number 16, right field, Cody Caron.
First walk of the game, Ryan, here in the bottom of the 3rd.
And gives the Valley Vikings a base runner with 1 away as Cody Caron, the right fielder, squares to bunt. It's in there for a strike as he pulled back. That's in there for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch on the way to Cody Caron. This is high and away. Cone misses outside, despite the effort by Gavin Eccles to frame that.
Catchers are always trying that, Ryan.
2-2 pitch on the way to Caron. Checks his swing for ball 3. We will check. So Cody Caron has worked the count to 3-2. Just the 1 out. Runner goes. And doubled up at first on the liner to third base. Nice play there by Zach Dobson.
So after 3 complete, it's 2 for the Chatsworth Longhorns, Ontario 3, and 1 for the Valley Vikings from Saskatchewan. Coming up for Chatsworth in the top of the 4th will be 9-1-2.
Hey fans, you want to be part of the
So back to the action here, Ryan, in the top of the fourth inning. The Chatsworth Longhorns up 2-1 over the Saskatchewan Valley Vikings. Curtis Watson, the left fielder, starting things off for the Longhorns. Drops a bunt, fielded by Dufour. The speedy Watson beats it out for a bunt single to set things up for the top of the order. And Keaton Bartlett.
Nice play by Dufour, but unable to get the speedy Watson. Update over on Diamond 2. I believe it's through 3. Nova Scotia now leading 1-0. Bartlett, fouls that one off. That is going to fall in for a single for Bartlett as Soren Day unable to come up with that one.
Tough play for Day.
So Chatsworth in business, with runners at first and second, nobody out. And the two-hitter, Reed Thompson, who has a single and a pop out. He pulls that down to third. Tag is made. One away.
So that brings Eccles to the plate, Ryan. Eccles is 2 for 2. He has both RBIs for the Longhorns, including a solo shot last inning.
Pitch on the way from Dufour, effectively using that curve and rising curve still. Gets ahead early in the count, 0-1. Yes, Eccles having himself a day so far. I'm looking to add to that RBI total. Swings through that changeup, 0-2. Dufour is ahead. That's pulled down to short. Bad hop. Gets Day in the chest. And Eccles will be aboard. That caught him high, either up in the chest, neck area.
Looked like it might have stung a bit, Ryan.
Yeah, he didn't jump up to get the ball immediately. I think it certainly surprised him. And we are now in a bases loaded jam. With just the one out.
Infield drawn in to try and get the ball to Giesebrecht at home to erase the runner and an out. Oh,
that one sailed high over Giesbrecht's head. He tries to corral it, but Bartlett scores from third on the wild pitch. That'll bring up Caden Holmes, who has a single and a strikeout. Runners are at second and third, with just the one away. Ripped down to third base. And Mason Ambrose tried to dive into third to tag the runner for a double play, but Thompson dove back in. We have a runner here.
I think Holmes will be going in to run for Eccles, the catcher.
2 away, Jackson Woods, who struck out twice today, looking to add to this Chatsworth lead with runners at second and third and 2 away. Dufour looking to close the door, giving up just the one. One 0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss through that changeup. Evens the count. Dufour was rolling along through the first 3 with 8 strikeouts. That one gets away from Giesbrecht as well on the changeup, and will score another run. So Reed Thompson comes in from third on that pass ball. Second strike on the batter. And there's a runner on third for Woods. That misses up for ball 2. Sorry, ball 3. 3-1 is the count. Dufour delivers. So not sure how they're going to figure this one out, because that was only the second strike. Everybody thought it was the third strike. They threw down to first. The runner came home, and home plate umpire Marc-André Saval I had the count at 2 strikes. Everyone else had it at 2 strikes.
Might be consulting the game changer here, Ryan.
I had it at 3-2 myself, but
so Woods did not strike out on that pitch.
no.
Now, what are we going to do with the runner at third base?
Well, that's my
ran
question. I'm pretty sure it was 3-2. Or sorry, that there were 2 strikes on the batter. So it's what the home plate umpire Marc-André Saval said is it's a live ball. So a runner scores and the batter is still, although he ran to first, the batter is still at the plate. And while we're at it, sounds like there was a home run hit over on Diamond 2 to maybe tie things up at 1 apiece.
That is certainly an unconventional way to score a run there, Ryan. But it looks like Chatsworth did score their 5th run of the game on that play, where the catcher thought it was a third strike, a drop third strike, threw it down to first to get what they had thought was the final out of the inning. The runner from third jogged home, but it was only strike 2. It's a live ball. The runner is scored, and the batter's back at the plate.
That is correct. Now, like I said, I thought there were 2 strikes, but I corrected myself based on what home plate umpire Marc-André Savard said as his count at 3-1. So he told everybody that the count was 3-1 before the pitch was delivered, though I had it at 2 strikes.
Maybe they were listening to you, Ryan. Looks like we're getting a formal protest here from the Saskatchewan team here, Ryan.
And they already have the money out.
So I was at the coaches meeting. The protest fee is 100 Canadian dollars.
Looks like he's got a brown bill in his hand.
If you make the protest and it is upheld, your $100 is returned. If you protest and it is not upheld, the $100 is contributed to the Softball Canada Scholarship Fund.
Okay.
Mike Brancho, the top dog at Softball Canada, who was at our meeting yesterday, made that clear to all there that your money would be contributed towards that fund. So we're in game 1 here, the U20 Canadians, and we've got our first protest, Ryan.
Well, my question would be as well, if the runner from third did not touch home plate originally and left the field of play and went into the dugout, he can't then come back and touch home plate.
That is an excellent question, or an excellent point, Ryan.
So there is a protest. We will see what happens.
We'll need our supervisor, our Softball Canada supervisor will become involved here. That's Bobby Dupre. Bobby's from New Brunswick. Made the trip down to supervise this U20 event, and his assistant supervisor is Ron Hawthorne, and Ron Hawthorne had a much shorter trip. Ron is from Canada, so he was about 15 minutes here from Carp.
I will be right back, Adam. I'm going to go see in our booth here and see if we can get a replay on the count.
So at this moment, we're just taking a little bit of break in the action. We have a protest that's happening right now from the call on the field, so we'll get back to play very shortly.
believe the run did score. Yeah, Adam's just getting back to the booth here. Nobody heard.
Here we're going to get back to the baseball. Number 16 is going to come back to the plate and continue his at bat, and the count will be.
So Jackson Woods will continue his at bat. It'll be a 3-2 count. And that run from third will score. Okay, and now the count is announced as 3-2. Dufour delivers. Hit to second, on to first, 3 away.
And now we'll take a break for another half inning.
And there we go.
So Chatsworth scored 3 runs on 2 hits. So they lead after 3.5 innings, 5-1 over the Saskatchewan Valley Vikings. The day for Saskatchewan.
That was way back in the first, which after that lengthy protest seems like forever ago. Combe sails that one high for ball 1. I believe ball 1.
That protest was an interesting scenario, Ryan, and from our understanding, the batter thought he had a 3-2 count, swung, missed the ball, catcher dropped the ball, and the batter ran to first. Catcher threw the ball. The runner from third came, it was 2 out. There was a runner on third. He came and touched home. But indeed, that was only the second strike. We'll check the video later, Ryan.
Pulled to second, on to first, 1 away. Well, one thing I mentioned, and I don't know that it would have been discussed, but you're not allowed to throw to an empty base.
So that's a good question, Ryan. I know that if there's
ball
nobody
4
on base, it's an automatic ball for sure. But I'm not sure if you can throw to an empty base or not. We'll have to check with our umpire-in-chief, Clinton Harvey, about that. I don't claim to know all the rules, Ryan.
Flares that one to center. And the Vikings have a runner on with 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ambrose is 1 for 1 so far, Ryan, with a stolen base. Was stranded on third in the second inning.
Runner goes. And he is gunned down at second. Nice throw there by Eccles. So the Vikings were in business and are now in a 1-0 hole at the plate with 2 away. as Ambrose swings through that for strike one. Fouled off for strike two. One-two pitch on the way from McComb. And strike three on the outside corner. As what looked like a potentially promising inning ends quickly. 3 up, 3 down.
That's no runs on one hit. And the score after 4 complete, the Chatsworth Longhorns 5, the Valley Vikings from Saskatchewan 1.
The Vikings got 0 runs, 1 hit, no errors.
With Hunter McComb leading things off for the Chatsworth Longhorns, and he'll be followed by Finley Johnston and Logan Willis.
McComb's 1 for 2, though he reached base both times. His first at bat, he reached on a dropped third strike.
That changeup misses high for ball one. Combs swings and misses at that one that was up and away. Evens count at 1 apiece.
McComb having a pretty good game on the slab so far. 1 run only allowed, 4 hits through 4, and he struck out 4.
Looking to help his cause and get things started here for the Longhorns in the top of the 5th. As he pushes that to second. On to first, 1 away.
Next, to face the Longhorns, number 7, playing center field, Finley Johnson.
Finley Johnston now up. He's 0 for 2, but did reach on an error in the 3rd.
Squares, bunts, gets it down. On to first. And called out by first base umpire Connor Walpott. Close play at first. For Conrad Walpott, apologies.
That was a nice bunt. Can be a tough play for a lefty sometimes when you bunt to that side. Yeah. But I thought Dufour made a nice play. And it was
tried
very
that a couple
close
times. Yeah, he's got to turn and throw against his body. He drops that change up in there for a swinging strike 1. That misses. 1-1. Willis reached on an error, stole a base, and was stranded at third back in the 2nd inning after getting there on a wild pitch. He fouls that off. Strike 2. One-two pitch on the way from Dufour. Misses outside. Crowd's slowly creeping in here as other teams arrive. Beautiful sunny day in Carp. And that misses up and out. 3-2 is the count, I believe. That misses for ball 4. That prime fence space along the right field and right center outfield starting to fill up with fans.
So Curtis Watson now at bat. He's hitting in the 9-hole today. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
Skies that out to left. Camped under it and retired by Logan Nett.
So that's no runs on a walk. Sorry, with 1 walk, 1 man left on base. After 4.5 innings, it's the Chatsworth Longhorns still leading 5-1 over the Saskatchewan Valley Vikings.
Here for the Valley Vikings and their second chance to have a look at Hunter McComb. That misses up for ball 1.
McComb's been pretty efficient, Ryan. 5 batters in the first, 4 in the second, and 3 up, 3 down in both of the third and fourth, helped with a double play and a caught stealing, respectively.
He swings through that. 1-1 is the count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Day works the count. Three-two count. Pitch on the way from McComb, and that misses up for ball 4.
Next will play for the Vikings, number 27, playing center field, Hunter Hubbard.
I would suspect, Adam, that will either be squaring or stealing on the first pitch. Second pitch at worst here with the speedy Day at first. First pitch in there for a strike.
So Hubbard, the center fielder at bat now, he struck out in his first plate appearance, and as you were saying earlier, Ryan, this is only his second look at McComb this morning.
Misses up. 1-1 is a count. Looks like Day and Hubbard might be on their own here. Coach just saying, let's play ball. Hubbard swings through that for strike 2.
Everyone here cheering for Hunter, no matter what team you cheer for.
That's going to be pushed out to center. Day retreats back to first, 1 away.
Next to the plate, number 10, playing first base, Turner Funk.
Turner Funk at bat, he grounded out to third in his first plate appearance.
Swings through that. Tried to check it up. Unable to. 0-1 pitch on the way from McComb. That's fouled straight back for strike 2. That changeup misses high. 2-2. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Funk gets rung up.
Next to the plate, for the Vikings, number 6, the catcher, Scott Griesbach.
That'll bring Giesbrick to the plate. Giesbrick is 1 for 2 with a triple and got caught in a pickle of a rundown from third base back in the first inning. Day still at first, 2 away. And a great block there by Gavin Eccles to keep it in front of him and keep Day at first. Swing and a miss. McComb delivers. Pulled to short. On to first. And that is 3 away. So through 5 complete, Adam. The score remains 5-1 in favor of the Chatsworth Longhorns.
That is Vikings at 0.
1-0 pitch on the way from Dufour. Misses up and in for ball 2. Pitch on the way. That is going to be dumped into left center, and sliding into second with a double is going to be the speedy Reed Thompson. Didn't look like a lot of urgency there by the Valley Vikings outfielders to get to that ball and keep him at first. So one away with a runner on second, and the RBI man, Gavin Eccles, at the dish. 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored so far in the game. Pulled to short, on to first. And Thompson will advance to third on the throw over to first. So 2 away. Caden Holmes looking to add to this lead by cashing the runner from third. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Sorry, I was looking at Jackson Woods there. Caden is 1 for 3 on the day. He had a single back in the first. Fouls that off. Oh, 1 pitch on the way from Dufour. Skipped in for a ball. One pitch on the way. That misses up and in. Thompson thought about coming home, and got to be careful with the favorable bounces here on Diamond 1 and Carp.
Agreed, yeah. The ball bounces back quite frequently, somewhat cleanly to the catcher. That was Dufour's 100th pitch, Ryan, into the 6th.
That misses down. Quite the game taking place over on Diamond 2. As that skipped in for ball 4, it appears St. George Aces are making some noise. Score is 3-2 for the Nova Scotia Brookfield Elks in the top of the 7th. Runner on second and 1 away. St. George at bat. We'll keep an eye on that one for you.
Looks like Coach Dan McComb's making a change here, Ryan. He's going to bring in number 20, Wyatt Thomas, in to hit for Jackson Woods in the designated player spot.
Now is number 20, Wyatt Thomas.
So Thomas with his first look at Lachlan Dufour.
Just over on Diamond 2, looks like there was a caught stealing. St. George running into an out at third base. So Dufour delivers as the runner comes home. He threatened to come home. Giesbrook went back to Dufour. Thompson tried to come home on that, and Dufour back to Giesbrook. 3 away.
So that ends the inning. Chatsworth Longhorns had a double and a walk, but they strand a runner. They continue to lead the game 5-1 after 5.5 innings. soft flies and so on. Not a lot of hard contact, with the exception of the first bat of the game when Giesbrecht lashed a triple into left center field.
So number 2 hitter Dufour, who reached on a walk in his last at-bat. Trying to do the same here in the 6th. Hits that hard to second. Scooped up nicely, and he will be retired.
Next to the plate for the Vikings, number 16, playing right field, Cody Strong.
That'll bring Cody Caron to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 2 lineouts.
Yeah, he's been a little bit unfortunate. He's hit the ball fairly hard to the left side of the infield both times. Once to short, once to third. And when he lined out back in the 3rd inning to the third baseman, Zach Dobson, it was a double play as Dobson threw it over quickly to first base.
Changeup misses high. McComb wanted that one. That one misses up and in. So one away, Cody Caron in a hitter's count. That misses. Three and one is the count. Caron pushes that into the fence down the third base side. One away in the payoff pitch to Cody Caron. Incoming from Hunter McComb. And it will miss for ball 4.
Next to the plate for the Vikings, number 47, the designated player, Owen Young.
As you may have heard on the loudspeaker, designated player Owen Young is 1 for 2 on the day. Fouls off the first pitch. Cody Caron down at first base after working the walk. Just one away here in the top or the bottom of the 6th. That's pulled down to first, on to second, but they cannot double up Young at first. Nice play there made by first baseman Caden Holmes as he scooped that, threw it to second for the force out. And there are 2 away with Owen Young at first. Jackson McIver at the plate. That's going to be pushed up the middle. Good job by McIver to
Oh my goodness.
stay on that. And Owen Young took too big of a trip around second.
He's very fortunate there, Ryan.
Yeah, sorry, too big of a turn. The ball came in.
He's very fortunate he wasn't out there.
Seen all kinds of fun stuff this morning in game number 1 here on Diamond 1. As you said, very lucky for Owen Young to reach third. McIver is at first. And that first pitch to Ambrose misses high for ball 1. Over on Diamond 2, I believe that game is now complete with the Brookfield Elks defeating.
It's the St. George Aces that were up there, Ryan.
The St. George Aces, thank you, Adam. As Ambrose flares that out to right. Excuse me, incoming.
Great effort there by Keaton Bartlett. He almost had a play on that. He went a long way. Just got a glove on it, but I'm scoring that in my book a single, Ryan, and an RBI for Ambrose.
So the Vikings making a little noise here in the bottom of the 6th. And Soren Day pops out to third base to end the threat and the third out of the inning.
So that makes it 5-2 with the Chatsworth Longhorns leading the Valley Vikings from Saskatchewan after 6 complete. Valley Vikings scored 1 run on 2 hits that inning. I'm thinking it will be more like 12:30 or 12:45 start between Team Quebec against the Plattsville Lightning. So that'll be a really good matchup. Those are 2 top teams that both would have a chance for medals here this week.
As 2-4 starts out with strike 1. The heat has certainly ramped up here as we hit high noon in just a few short minutes.
So Wyatt Thomas, who entered the game to hit in the 5th, but didn't actually get a chance to hit with the caught stealing at home, gets a fresh count and another chance to face 2-4.
And he looks at strike 3 on the outside corner, 1 away. As Dufour records his.
Looks like his 8th strikeout, Ryan.
First pitch on the way. That misses outside. Hunter McComb, who's 1 for 3 on the day, did reach on an error back in the 1st. A single in the 3rd and was stranded at third base. And he ground out to 2nd in his last plate appearance back in the 5th. Was going to pull that foul down the left field line. Dufour's got one he likes. McComb digs in. Pitch on the way. Dufour also done a good job mixing in his changeup, as has McComb all day, and keeping these hitters off balance. As McComb's going to hit that towards the gap, cut off. but he will be in there with a single.
Next to play the Longhorns, number 7 playing center field.
He'll bring Finley Johnston to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the day, but reached on an error back in the third. Just one away. McComb advances to second on the wild pitch. Johnston was thrown out by Dufour as he squared to bunt and got it down, but a nice play by Dufour back in the fifth to record the out.
Like we talked about back then, that can be a tough play for a lefty when it's bunted to that side, and he did a great job.
Back up the middle, off Dufour's glove, and he will be aboard with a single, and McComb will advance to third. Just one away here, Adam, and the Chatsworth Longhorns looking to add some insurance runs in the top of the seventh.
So we got Logan Willis, the second baseman. He's made a couple nice plays at second so far today. Squares to bunt.
Squares.
The old fake bunt, delayed steal.
A little miscommunication there, as Johnston had the base stolen on a defensive indifference, I would say.
I would say he could have taken second easily on that, Ryan, but I do get that he's trying to draw a throw, make something happen, and hopefully get McComb to score.
I think he'll go again this time all the way. No, he does not. Interesting. Giesbrecht did not look like he's throwing to second. And no throw there as Willis strikes out, swinging. Still two away, or sorry, not still. There are now two away. Runners at second and third. And Curtis Watson, it is up to him now to add those insurance runs. Giesbrecht was not sure where the ball was. McComb could have maybe scored, but actually surprised they don't have a courtesy runner in for the pitcher at third.
Just noticed, Ryan, that my deciphering of the handwriting was incorrect. Curtis's last name appears to be Hudson, not Watson, so I apologize to the Hudson family on that.
Well, either way, he goes back up the middle, and that will cash two big insurance runs for Curtis Hudson of the Chatsworth Longhorns. Apologies, as you said, to Curtis on that one. So 2 RBIs for him, pushes the lead to 7-2 for the Longhorns. Digs the hole a little deeper for the Valley Vikings as that's pushed out to right. Camped under it is Cody Caron. And the Valley Vikings will come up in the bottom of the seventh, needing 5 to tie and 6 to win.
The Longhorns lead 7-2.
Hopefully his family's here. Hunter Hubbard at the plate was discussing, I believe, Hunter McIver will be replacing Turner Funk at the plate as the second batter due up in this bottom of the 7th. Strike one swing on Hubbard. McComb looking to close out the win here. That's pushed foul, and Hubbard is quickly in an 0-2 hole. That misses up and out. Ball one. That's ripped back up the middle by Hubbard. And he will be on safely with a single to get things started.
Next to plate, number 7, playing first base, hitter Hunter McIver.
So, as we said, Hunter McIver replacing Turner Funk at the plate in the bottom of the 7th. This will be his first at bat. Swing and a miss for strike one. McComb misses up and out for ball one. Fouled straight back for strike two. One-two pitch on the way from Hunter McComb to Hunter McIver. Swing and a miss for strike three. That's one away, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Scott Giesbrick. One for three on the day with a leadoff triple in the top of the first, and that'll hit him in the shoulder as he will get aboard. He did manage to turn at the last second and take it in the shoulder, the back of the shoulder.
So for the pitcher, he's 1 for 3.
Going to rip that up the middle. They will send Hubbard from second. So that's one back, 4 to go for the Valley Vikings as they have runners on first and second with just one away. And Cody Caron, the right fielder, at the dish. He is 0 for 2 with a walk on the day.
So Coach Nick Ford from Chatsworth is out to talk to McComb and the infielders and decide on a course of action, how to approach this. They do have that, as you pointed out, Ryan, 4-run lead. So as the old saying goes, they're playing for outs here. The base runners essentially don't really mean much if you get outs.
Yeah, and that was, I think, a smart play, too, by the center fielder there, not to come up throwing it home, just to throw it into second, keep the runners where they are.
Keep the force on.
So first pitch on the way to Caron. He swings through that for strike one. Got skied down the third baseline. Reed Thompson under it. 2 away.
It was a nice play by Thompson. He went a long way to get it. You have to worry about the fence and an unfamiliar diamond. Made a nice play to get the second out.
Brings Owen Young to the plate, who scored last inning. As McComb misses up with that. That's pulled through the hole. Giesbrecht will score. 2-4 to third. And Young has himself an RBI. Two down, 3 to go. As Chatsworth leads 7-4. We'll see if they send Young here to stay out of the force at second, and if they come up throwing or not. Although McIver may just end things right there, as he does. And a little pop-up to Reed Thompson at short will end things here. Adam will give you the stat line.
So your final score is Ontario 3, Chatsworth Longhorns 7, the Valley Vikings from Saskatchewan 4. Your winning pitcher is Hunter McComb with an unofficial stat line of 4 runs allowed on 9 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and a hit batsman. Your losing pitcher, also throwing 7 innings, is Lachlan Dufour, who allowed 7 runs on 12 hits with 9 strikeouts and 2 walks. So a good game to start off. A little long, Ryan, with that protest, but next up is Team Quebec, Équipe Quebec, will be playing the Plattsville Lightning in a game that features a couple of teams that could be favored for medals here this weekend.
And for those looking to tune into that game, I would say give us about 25-30 minutes by the time the teams get off the diamond. The crew gets on to fix things up.
Scheduled start is 12:15, but by the time the diamonds are prepped, the umpires in place, I'd say that's about right, Ryan. So we'll be coming at you then. Thanks for tuning in.